So, when'd you get out? Like 2 weeks ago or something?
Yeah, I got out October 8th.
And how long were you in for?
17 months.
17 months. And what'd you get put back in for?
Well, I had joint suspension, like a 3-year joint suspension from a DUI a long time ago. So I just kind of kept on having run-ins with the cops, you know. So they're just like, you know what, we're just gonna put you in, and then you won't have to deal with us afterwards. You know what I mean? So that's basically what happened. I just kept getting in trouble, just partying and shit, you know.
Yeah. And then, so now, like, you're not on probation or anything, like time served?
No. Yeah, time served. I'm on probation, like a light probation for 6 months, but then after that, it's done. Like before, it was just forever. Like it was.
Yeah.
I had to deal with them for like over 5 years, you know.
And that was when you had like the breathalyzer in your car,
Yeah,
and you
and
just
all
do
that.
like scheduled drug tests and stuff.
Yeah, it was just never ending. So, you know, now it's all good. You know?
Yeah. So where were you locked up at for 17 months?
Dude, I started off in San Diego County, and I was in Vista for only a month, and then I went to Chino Reception, and that's just a processing place where they process you to see where you like what prison you go to, and it's basically Chino Reception's the worst place on earth.
Really?
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
I was there for a total of 4 months, and
just to get processed takes that long?
Oh yeah, it's called a reception. But the first month I was there, it was overcrowded, so I just went straight to the hole. And
really?
And I was losing it because I didn't know. Prison's supposed to be better, but I went to the hole, and then where I was at, I had no light. The light didn't work. You get cell fed, and no spoon. Like you're just left there, dude. Like you
don't
get
the whole like solitary confinement.
Yeah, you don't get a shower or anything. You got a bird bath and all that. You know what I mean?
Holy shit!
You don't have nothing.
Why'd they do that to you? Just because it was overcrowded?
Because it was overcrowded, and it was just there, and that was the craziest experience ever because just there's so many crazy people like in the vents and people talking to you through the walls. It's just a whole different world, you know?
Fuck. How long were you in the hole there for?
I was in there for a month, and then I went to regular reception, which is just as bad. And what the thing about is reception is like me, I'm a level 1. There's all the way to level 4, and so you're with everybody who's doing 100 years to whatever. So it's the worst experience ever because there's people in there who seriously don't care at all. You know what I mean?
What's like some of the gnarliest shit you saw go down?
Just people like hooping phones and stuff, and that means basically keystering, like, you know, anything you get in prison, like, you got to put up your ass. I mean, I wasn't doing it, but tobacco, whatever, all that stuff, you know, is just done. You know, it was just like crazy. It was just the craziest thing is like if you're in the hole and like you're in there and there's like right when I got in there's a hunger strike going on, and that means like, you know, the Hispanics weren't eating or whatever, and then the next like stage to get what you want in prison, like when you're confined like that, is to go to war with the cops. And I was just like, oh yeah, great, go to war with the cops when we're not going anywhere. The only way you get out of your cell is to go to medical or dental or whatever, and you put in like requests for slips for that. So the craziest thing for me is like they were like, basically, so when your race comes up, whatever they picked you, they go through all the races. And when your race comes up, and if your name comes up, then you have to, when you go to medical or something, you have to get one of the cops. And I'm like, what do you mean get one of the cops? Like, they have knives and you have to, like, stab them. Like, that's part of the war. And if you don't, then they'll just get you. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I wouldn't. That's how people end up staying in there for, you know, extra 10 years. Because, like, if you're in a place like that, they don't care they don't care. They're just like, we're at war right now. And if you don't do it, You know what I mean?
Fucking knowledge. Holy shit. So luckily you didn't have to fucking get a cop, huh?
No, lucky I didn't have to. I got out of there. I was
Yeah.
just like, it's crazy politics, and it's just real. It's real scary. It's the worst thing ever. It's crazy.
You see anyone get killed or raped or anything like that?
Someone got killed in Jamestown when I transferred to Chino Minimum Yard, and that's like day to night compared to reception. Chino Minimum Yard, I went to level 1, and I'm going in the dorms, and that was just like a big fucking raging party. Like, crazy. It's in dorms, so you're not in cells. Everyone has little flat screens on their bunks. You can order kicks, shoes, people walking around with Osiris's, Adidas, everything, headphones. I get on my bunk and I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. Maybe this isn't as bad. And I look to my left, I see some dude like shooting up with like some magazine, whatever. And then I look to my right, some dude's like sniffing a line. As I look up, there's a guy talking on the phone, smoking a blunt. And then across from there, there's some Hispanics like draining out some Pruno. And I'm just like, you know what? I might need to get a drink after everything I've been through, But I was like, whatever. It's different after reception, because I'm a low level. So it was actually. But then I got transferred to fire camp training up north. We stopped at like 15 different prisons on the way up there, but like it's fire camp training, and it's like a 1 and 2 yard, and I got there. And one guy got drunk in the dorm and tried to swing on some kid, and he got hit, and he hit his head, and he started bleeding out of the ear and everything. And then they had to life flight him. And the craziest thing in their dorm, good thing I wasn't in that dorm, they had to life flight that guy out because he hit his head, and they have immediately taped off the dorm and put everybody into the hole and charged everybody with manslaughter because.
One dude got killed.
Yeah, because they're like, until it comes out, So that was crazy. And then, it goes on and on, dude. It's just craziness, buying tobacco in there and smoking and making wicks and learning how to light stuff off the switch, and just like all types of prison shit you would never even think of,
Yeah. Fuck. What is it still? I guess it depends on the prison, but is it still like your first day in? You kind of get tested, and you either like have to fight someone or fucking become someone's bitch.
No, immediately like on higher levels, that more happens in the South. But when you come in there, people are like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "I skate. I'm from San Diego." You know what I mean? But it gets to a point, like, especially because I roll with the brothers, there's like Bloods and Crips, and that's whatever, everyone's together, but people definitely try to test you. It got to a point where when I go different places and they'd ask, where you from, I'd have to be like, yo, I'm from Dago, I'm from Skate Mafia, I skate, what's up, What, are you tripping? What? And it was just like that, because otherwise they just look at you like you're weak,
Did you get respect because you're a skater? Were there dudes in there that knew who you were from skating?
Yeah, they knew it was up. Like after they seen Wes's article that he had the cover and stuff, and people came up to me and asked me to like sign it, and then
Transworld's in jail?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, dude.
Hell
Transworld's, all that shit.
Fuck
Transworld's up in there, so I bought one for $2 from this dude.
They got a magazine slanger in jail?
Oh yeah, they got a whole table. Slings, magazines, different like stuff, whatever you want, like Walkmans, whatever. I had the radio. I was chilling, dude. I had my wife beaters, my sweatpants, and my Converse, and chilling. You're able to order quarterly packages, like every 90 days. Like you can order like they have like walking horse access. Like you could order like a bunch of different food, like clothes, CD player, TVs, whatever.
Any conjugal visits?
Nah, I'm not, because I'm not married. So. But yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they're sneaking in dope.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Don't have to keister it.
Yeah, they definitely do.
What would happen to me first day in jail? White dude that skates.
Yeah.
Would I get tested, or would I have to join the Aryan Nation?
Not you're part of the wood pile.
What's that mean?
You're just a wood.
Just a white boy?
Oh, yeah, that's what you are, a wood.
So just gotta fall in with them?
Yeah, no, yeah, they'll be like, oh, yeah, these are the rules, and
Oh, yeah?
da-da-da, you can't share with, like, they,
Still racially segregated, huh?
yeah, you can't, we can't play games or eat together or smoke cigarettes, but we can totally hang out, you know, and all that.
Crazy.
Like, you guys and the Hispanics, like, go together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. and then the blacks are just kind of with the Asians or whatever. It's weird.
Really?
It's just really fucking weird.
Gotta fight for your shoes?
Some people, I mean, yeah, you whatever, you'll get all your shit taken if you're a weirdo and you're just not like oh, I'm just trying to do my time. I don't want to talk to anyone. Yeah,
That doesn't work. That doesn't go over.
Better have someone.
Yeah.
I know someone.
Yeah. So what would you say to the kids that might be heading towards some jail time if they're like, getting caught up partying, DUIs, like one more fucking DUI or one more ticket and you're going to jail?
It's not worth it, man. Just like if you have like family support and just look for it because it's out there. I mean, it's not worth it. I mean, I don't, there's people who can drink and do it responsibly and everything, but yeah, drinking and driving is not cool. Like I wouldn't recommend it or, praise it at all. I had to learn, like, go through an experience, but it made me, I guess that everything happens for a reason, but not for other people to have to go through the same thing,
Yeah.
So I would say to kids, like, man, you don't want to go through that ever in your life. Like, it's the worst experience ever. I don't care what anyone says, It's like, yeah. It's just, it's the worst. So, just like be safe and don't ever, if you try to drink responsibly, if you're driving, leave the keys or have a designated driver or just don't drive at all. It's not worth it. Like, there's days in there where I'd be like, if they would just let me out right now, I'd walk home naked rather than just go through what I've been through, Like, really, like, if I can go back to the night, I would strip down naked and walk home if I didn't have to go through that.
Yeah. How you feeling on your skateboard?
I'm feeling good. Like I had a new setup, so it was kind of feeling a little wobbly, but felt good skating the park and just every day. Just it feels real good. It just feels, I don't know, feels better than sex.
Might have to just end it on that. I was gonna ask you what you got coming up next if you're gonna film a video part or film anything for Skate Mafia. But.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna just stay busy and try to do as much as I can, and skate with the homies and do some music too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my boy Ray Jones and YC. We're just having fun, just trying to stay with the community and have fun. That's what we like to do, right? So.
Mhm. Sweet, dude. That's all I got, dude. I think that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.